Hey, Tony Gaskins here, popping in. Now, one of y'all sent me a video of a gentleman telling women, if you don't want to sleep with a man, do not go out on a date after 5 p.m. And he sounded serious too. He sounded serious. I know sometimes I can have a sense of humor. This guy sounded serious. And he was sitting at a desk in the dark with something spinning on the desk. So I don't know if he had hypnotized himself or he was trying to hypnotize the women with the thing spinning. But was telling women, and guess what? I guarantee you 50% of the women that see that is going to be going on dates at 3 p.m. I guarantee you. That's the craziest thing in the world. That's the craziest thing in the world. So listen to me now. What we doing as men, and I have been guilty of this. What we doing, and now listen, when I say I've been guilty of this, that's not grounds for y'all to be, yeah, you sure to be guilty of it. Because I remember one time you said, yeah, listen, I do the admitting. Don't need no piling on. Listen, I have been guilty of this. What that gentleman just said, in Manglish, not English, in Manglish, what that means is that he is saying men are wild beasts who cannot be tamed, who cannot control themselves, and who after dark become unchained, uncontrolled. And that if he take you out after 5 p.m., he's going to take something else from you. That for the little dinner that he paid for, you now owe him your body. You gotta risk your life. You gotta catch a soul tie. You got to risk catching a disease. You got to risk getting pregnant. You got to risk getting jumped by any other woman he dealing with. You got to risk getting beat up, fade shot one-on-one by any other woman he dealing with. You have to risk all of that because he took you on a date at night. That's the messages we sending out. That's the messages we sending out. That's absolutely ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. And that's why I told y'all have got to stop letting your friends, like the signs, don't let your friend drive drunk. Do not let your friends listen to these guys that's spewing this nonsense. The average date gonna happen at between 7 and 8 p.m. is the start time of the average date. You do that in public. You go out to eat. You go bowling if you ain't got no bad shoulder. You go skating if you know how to skate. You go to the movie if y'all already talk for hours on the phone every day. So you could be quiet for a couple hours. Go to the one that, you get to sit out in the lounge or at the bar, and you can have your little appetite, little snack, and you can order food in the movie. You get to do that. You can do any kind of date you want to do. I fly, Top Golf, send me a check. And you can do anything you want to do. And then the woman go to her car, the man go to his car, and y'all going home. It's like, what are we saying about men if a man becomes crazed and horny just because he went on a date at night? It's like, come on, fellas. We got to grow up. We got to mature. Now, who blowing that horn like that now? he got to grow up. Oh, I wonder if that's that truck blowing that horn. Want that car to speed up in the express lane. The car in the express lane crawling like a tortoise. Man, how did you get in a wreck on a straightaway highway? My goodness. Hey, y'all see how my eyes be on the road. You hear me? My eyes be on the road. I pay attention to what I'm doing. Now listen to me, fellas. Come on now. Come on now. You know what type of man will say something like that? This is what I try to tell y'all. Porn baby. That's what I call them. Guys who they so into that nasty that they have no self-control. They done lost all self-control. They buck wild. They done lost all self-control. Guys like that right there. A normal man who not into nasty movies and all that Angela, he don't need to sleep with every woman he date. He don't need to sleep with a woman just because they went out and had some conversation, some dinner. Like, that man able to see her, give her a nice little church hug, might give her a little tighter hug, and he able to go on home. Hey, call me when you get home. She get home, hey, I made it home. Okay, great. So, hey, really had a great time with you. Let's get the next one on the books. So when you look at your calendar, let me know what next week looking like. And go and get you some rest. I'm gonna go and get me some rest. And I'll call you tomorrow. Just like that. That's a normal guy. That's a normal guy. But you see what these, you remember your last president? How he used to act, how he used to talk, how he would carry himself. And he had this sector of people who loved him. They loved him. I ain't talking about the people that just every day go to work. I'm talking about he had some people that they lived in the trailer parks, and some of them didn't have teeth in their mouth, not realizing they not even thinking about he a billionaire. So it's like, what you think a billionaire finna do for you if you in lower middle class? But he had a sector of people that was just crazy about him. So he could say stuff like, now listen to me, if you catch this, I've caught this here myself, and I took this here medicine under my own recognition, and I'm healed. I'm doing great. So listen, if you catch this here, what I recommend, what you could do is you could drink some bleach. Now let me ask you, who is a man talking to if he could tell them to drink some bleach and they listen? That's what these men today in the relationship space, they got a sector of men that they could say to these men, hey, if you take a woman on a date after 5 p.m., that right there, her body need to be on the table. She owe you. If you take a woman, look, don't nobody get off till 5 p.m. Don't nobody even get off till 5 p.m. So the date got to be after 5 p.m. Unless, on the weekend. But if a man can't do a date after 5 p.m. on a Friday night, then that means he too nasty to do a date at noon on Saturday. If a man that nasty, he gonna want to do something no matter what time. He could take the woman on a date at 6 a.m. and gonna want to do something. But see, listen, people get on these here lives and they go to talking, and they not even thinking about what they saying. They're not even thinking about the message they sending. They're not even thinking about what they doing. Like, they're not even processing that, okay, you telling men that it is okay to expect a woman to give you her entire body because you took her on a date. So you mean telling me this woman ought to risk her life, risk her health, risk her future for a 2 for $20 from Applebee's? Even if it costs $250 at the best steak restaurant or vegan restaurant in town, you mean to tell me a woman's whole body is worth $250? Come on. Now listen to who y'all listening to. Listen to who y'all listening to now. Come on now. Come on now. This can't be. This can't be real. This can't be who. I say, Lord, give me strength, Lord. Give me strength. Give me peace. Give me wisdom. Help me to persevere. Help me to keep fighting a good fight, Lord. It's getting sad out here. Getting sad out here. Getting sad out here. Now, you know what I said? Now, what I have said, not no date after 5 p.m. I said, don't have somebody in your house. Don't have somebody in your house after 8 p.m. And the reason why I said that is because when you in your house and it's late, the mind go to acting differently. Men and women. This ain't just about the man, though. A woman in her house, in her comfort zone, gonna start to relax. And so for boundaries, just meaning common sense boundaries, not no crazy restriction like you can't go out on a date. And then also when you behind closed doors and it's one-on-one, if the person you dealing with, if you don't know that person, y'all gotta forgive me, swallowed the wrong way. If you don't know that person, guess what? That person could try to strong arm. See, when you in public, that person can't strong arm because it's all kind of people around you. But when you behind closed doors, and that's totally completely different than what this man, he said, don't do no date after 5 p.m. A date is in the public. Now, a date could be in the house, but that ain't what you call no date. Then we need to stop calling that a date. Inside the house, then we need to stop calling that a date. A date it's an appointment. That's out. That's going somewhere. Inside the house, you gotta call that something else. So listen to me. When you behind closed doors and it's one-on-one, especially if you don't know this person like that, sometimes you can know the person. I done talked to women who knew the person, and the man still strong arm. So that's why I say for your safety, you want to create boundaries like that. Now, going out on a date, you can go on a date out in the public at 10 p.m. Because there's some movies going to start late like that. 10 p.m. It's certain events, it's certain things that you want to get there late. It's certain adult bowling alleys, adult outings that you want to get there late, 9, 10, because they stay open to 2, 3. And you want to get on out there grown folks hours, but you in public. So that don't matter. You in public and you got your own ride. You're not getting picked up, you're not getting dropped off. You got your own ride. So I understand setting boundaries, but we can't be out here telling women to live like prisoners as adults because men not being told grow up and mature, control your hormones, control your lust, and be a real man. That's what we need to be. That's what men got to understand. That's what you got to understand. Like, that woman don't owe you nothing. That woman don't owe you nothing but a thank you. A woman don't owe you her whole body. A woman giving you her body is giving you her life. Because anything can happen. She can get pregnant. She can catch disease. She get ran up on by another woman. Like, when a woman give a man her body, she giving him a piece of her life or all of her life. Because a lot of women then gave their body to a man and got up with something that they cannot get rid of. So they gave that man a piece of their life. It's that serious. So we can't take him and equate that to a dinner date. Any kind of date. It's like that don't equate. But see, that shows why these men can't keep no marriage, because they don't value women. So if you tell a woman, listen, you ain't worth nothing but a date, and then you got to come out them draws, that's not a woman. That's not a relationship. That's you're hiring escorts. That's something totally different. That is something totally different. That is not the same. We got to stop. We know a woman going on a date, she want a husband. Woman going on a date, she not no escort. So listen to me. This the foolishness. And see, this what I'm telling you. If you bump into this stuff, I cannot believe these people is sitting outside rolling a blunt. This brother and his lady sitting outside, tongue kissing a blunt. And it's like, bro, that is illegal where we live. We don't live in. So if I'm a police and I ride by and you sitting there, man, that probable cause. That probable cause. I'm coming over there. This guy is sitting outside on his Camaro with the stripes on it. I guess he think he cool, rolling a blunt. We got to do better. We got to do better. We got to do better. And I'm going to tell y'all something. You know, y'all stop saying black men, black men, black men. Say that black man. Say that black man. When you talk about a black man who's saying something crazy, ignorant, he ain't got no sense, y'all stop saying black men, because you labeling all black men. Say that black men. Say some black men. It's power in the word. Power in the words. So listen to me. If you gonna bump into some of that stuff, have your little side account. Have your little side account. If you want to see what the devil doing, and you gonna do it regardless of what anybody tell you, have your little side account and just get in them comments and just write, this is the stupidest thing I have ever heard. And you ought to stuff your mouth with wet toilet paper and then go on about your business. Then go on about your business. Like, you got to start, if you're going to pass by these guys, you got to start spraying them. Just to let them know how ignorant they sound. And eventually it's going to sink in. Eventually it's going to sink in. They're going to grow up. They're going to heal. They're going to get some therapy. And things going to change for the better. Hey, this Tony Gaskins. God bless you. About to pick up Tatum. Me and Tatum got to shoot over the shoot over the little soccer game. My wife, we got tickets to the NBA game. The Lakers playing tonight. And we got 2 tickets. Me and her was doing a date night, but because our oldest son got a game, we didn't want both of us to miss the game. So I gave her friend flew in town for a wedding. So I gave my ticket to my wife to take her friend so they can have them a little girls' night. They played on the same basketball team in high school. And then her friend went to play Division I basketball. So it'll kind of be cool. They love. My wife loves sports. So I say that to say my ticket tonight on Ticketmaster, my ticket tonight costs $2,300. And then Ticketmaster have a fee of like $400. My ticket tonight costs $2,700. I share that to say this what men doing. This what a loving husband could do. Give away a $3,000 ticket to his wife to take her home girl to see the Lakers. And that's what I mean by leading with love. That's what I mean by getting out that box, that man box. That's what I mean by really being a real man, to where you can be okay with your woman going out, having a night on the town, having some fun without you. Clean fun now. Going to the NBA game, coming on home, and having that trust, and she doing something that men would love to do. Now, I done already seen the Lakers this year because we got them same 2 tickets throughout the season. So we went to the Lakers game earlier this year, so I done seen it. So that's also something, you know. It ain't like I ain't seen them, but still, you still want to go again. But to be there for my son, that's another thing too about fatherhood. Fatherhood is also about sacrifice. So here I am, instead of saying, hey, I'm the man, men love sports, I'm going to the game, let me go to the game and take my homeboy, and you go to the soccer game, soccer mom. Instead of me taking that approach, I say, okay, look, I'm going to take and go, now, hold on. I'm going to take and go to this here. This is very weird. This is very weird. We at the school to pick up, but the lady, I got on the bathing suit, and she done got back in her car. I said, now hold on now. Why do I see leg from the booty cheek all the way down? What do we have going on now at the schoolhouse now? Oh, it's the Christian schoolhouse too now. Oh, that's leg. Middle of the day. It ain't swimming weather. What's going on now? And so now listen. So this is where, as a father, you sacrifice, and what it do is gonna show my son sacrifice. Like, man, my dad missing a Lakers game to come to my soccer game that's supposed to be a blowout. Like, we supposed to blow this team out. Because sometimes I have to miss games because I have to miss games. I'm out of town. So by doing this right here, he get to see that balance. He get to see that love. He get to see that sacrifice. And also he get to see his father creating a level playing field for his mother. He get to see his father show his mama some love and respect on a whole nother level, and sacrifice on a whole nother level. You know, be selfless, not sacrifice, but to be selfless. And that's what we have to think about as fathers. How can we show our kids that a man's strength is in his gentleness? A man's strength is in his selflessness. Being a man isn't about domineering and controlling and dictating. Being a man is about being selfless, being responsible, laying your life on the line for your family, which means laying down your ego, laying down your attitude, laying down that toxic mindset, that toxic masculinity, and doing what's right. Hey, my oldest son just texted me. God bless you. Got to go. Need to see what he want. We'll talk soon.